Variation 2 Robocop is the variation more focused on projectiles. We'll be looking at this variation's capabilities in zoning, or anything else that might make him fun. Back 1 is an advancing 12-frame mid that is safe on block. Despite being -5 on block, back 1 too far gives enough push block to outspace you from many characters' reversal options. One option you can utilize is back 1 too far, then walk back, and back 1 2 again to whiff punish whatever attack your opponent might throw out, or space them out once again on block. It also has a fairly high hitbox for catching your opponent's jump in attempts. Standing 4 is an 11-frame high on block. It causes the opponent to stumble, giving Robocop some much needed distance. A good option to get standing 4 is the first hit with down 1 and down 3. Both of these attacks are plus 14 frames on hit, making them good candidates for jailing opportunities. Both back 4 and down 4 are 15-frame lows. Back 4 has 3 ticks that, if all connect, will cause a knockdown on hit or give immense push block on block, making that -11 frames on block more difficult to punish. Down 4 offers less push block and is -9 frames on block, but does not knock your opponent down on hit, but instead causes a walk back. Both of these options have great range for Robocop and can make for great pokes, giving you options on which attack would be better suited for whichever situation. Forward 3 is an advancing 10-frame mid that it and Forward 3-2 are safe on block. Forward 3 is Robocop's fastest mid-string and is a good candidate for beginning your own offense, while Forward 2 appears to advance at a greater distance, making it more ideal for whiff punishing. Forward 2-1-2 also has a crushing blow attached for this very purpose. Another key difference comes with using them in combos. Forward 3 advances at a shorter distance but has a higher hitbox, while Forward 2 advances farther with a lower hitbox. For pressure, Forward 3 is your go-to option for the strike throw mix-up after landing one of Robocop's many pokes that are plus 13 or plus 14 on hit. Back 3 is an advancing 17-frame low that with back 3-2 are safe on block. It has a slightly shorter range than Forward 4, but it being a low instead of a mid forces your opponent to crouch block, which makes it nice for checking movement and shimmying. Back 3 is a good move to use if your opponent blocks back 1 too far to get back in after a fake out walk back. Forward 4 is an advancing 18-frame mid attack, with Forward 4-2 being one of Robocop's 2 meterless launchers, making it the ideal whiff punish move. The combo routes itself have many options available depending on the hitbox of your opponent. I'll be covering the most consistent and universal combos to execute online and their differing advantages. At maximum distance, Robocop is only able to confirm off Forward 4-2 with low auto 9, but at closer distances on female hitboxes, Robocop can dash cancel into Forward 2-1, and at even closer distance, more consistently confirm with Forward 3-2 instead, and end in either arm CC cannon or amplified CC shoulder cannon for pressure afterwards. On male hitboxes, Robocop can dash cancel into back 2 for a second launcher into Forward 3-2, but this simply doesn't work on female hitboxes. Back 2 is an advancing 16-frame high that launches on hit that's safe on block. Especially on female hitboxes, it's preferable to punish with this attack rather than Forward 4-2's launcher because you're able to do way more damage, especially on female hitboxes. Back Forward 3 is a mid attack that restands the opponent if they have not been launched. It is plus 15 on hit and plus 17 on amplified hit. The ideal candidates for using Flamethrower are Forward 2-1 and Forward 3-2, since they'll give you enough time to confirm it. Back Forward 1 is an 18-frame mid projectile that at maximum distance is -5 on block. It's a fast traveling projectile with minimal push block that when amplified causes a knockdown. Save the first few initial frames, Robocop almost immediately ducks during the majority of the attack, making it a superb answer to opponents with strong projectile options by reacting instead of reading. Despite crouching, the projectile itself is placed at a very peculiar hitbox height, letting amplified and sometimes unamplified nick many jump-in attempts. Despite being -5 on block, it is Robocop's best check on movement as it forces opponents to either block or jump, giving you opportunities to use ARM CC Cannon's high projectile to land hits or better frame data on block. Amplified back forward 1 offers knockdown on hit, but more importantly, can call out opponents trying to do anything out of the first blocked projectile after conditioning them with an unamplified low auto 9. Use a healthy mix between low auto 9 and ARM CC Cannon to establish that nothing the opponent can do to approach comes without risk. Back forward 2 is an 18 frame high projectile that is -8 on block at game start distance and +5 on block at maximum distance with moderate push block. Amplified ARM CC Cannon is +11 on block at game start distance and up to +25 on block at maximum distance with impressive push block, making it the preferred projectile to zone with as opposed to low auto 9. It has an extremely high projectile hitbox, making it a very reliable anti-air, especially at greater distances since on hit it can take the opponent to nearly maximum distance. It is the ideal projectile for zoning as ARM CC Cannon will force the opponent to duck, leaving them stuck in place. Use a healthy mix of both projectiles for a superior zoning game plan. Down back 1 is a 10 frame anti-air projectile, just 2 frames slower than down 2, but infinitely better at catching jump-ins thanks to its angle and better range. Amplified can give you opportunity to punish with more damaging combos as well, making this a much needed attack for any character who relies on projectiles to keep away their opponent. To summarize everything that has just been covered, the vast majority of Robocop strings and buttons are safe on block, but often are -5 or more on block. It appears Robocop will have limited capabilities in staggering and may have to revolve more around setting himself more at a safer distance to use his projectiles to keep away, or use his forward 3 for strike or throw mix-ups and amplified shoulder CC for pressure after combos. It also appears on hit many of his pokes, such as down 1, back 3, down 4, and forward 2 are roughly +13 to +14 frames on hit for jailing options when he does get a hit. While he does have an amazing projectile toolset, many of his actual buttons and strings seem fairly stubby, and many of his combos are subject to male or female hitbox limitations, further decreasing his overall damage in combos. Therefore, I believe the vast majority of his damage will come from his projectiles and strike throw situations more than combos or whiff punishing. I'll continue this series by looking more into his combo routes and specific matchups in the future. Let me know if I missed anything or any other questions you might have that I might be able to answer in the comments below. This is Mormel, and this was an analysis of V2 Robocop's main options for zoning.